The evil era has begun. Manchester United are playing a brand of football that's making Premier League purists lose their minds. Long balls, direct play, bypassing the midfield entirely. And you know what? It's absolutely working. 3 wins in a row, 4th place in the table. Opponents don't know what hit them. This isn't the pretty possession football we're used to seeing at Old Trafford. This is something different, something ruthless, something that Arne Slot himself called out after getting beaten at Anfield. But here's the thing that everyone's missing while they're busy criticizing Amorim's tactics today against Brighton. Matheus Cunha finally opened his account with a stunning strike. Bryan Mbeumo grabbed 2 more goals, and United look like they're building something genuinely dangerous. The game plan might be evil, but it's working. Let me show you why. So, what exactly has changed at Manchester United? Why are they suddenly winning games after months of struggle? The answer is simple but controversial. They've gone direct. Properly direct, the kind of direct that makes football analysts clutch their tactical boards in horror. Under Rúben Amorim, United have become one of the most long ball heavy teams in the Premier League this season. They're not trying to play intricate possession patterns or build patiently from the back anymore. Instead, they're launching missiles from defense straight into the attacking third, bypassing the midfield entirely and catching opponents completely off guard. Arne Slot noticed it immediately after Liverpool lost at Anfield last weekend. It is always difficult to play against a team that defends in a low block and mainly plays the long ball, he said, clearly frustrated by United's approach. And he's right to be frustrated because this system is the stuff of nightmares for teams that want to press high and dominate possession. You can't press what you can't catch. When Senna Lamens or the center backs are launching 60-yard passes over your midfield, suddenly your entire tactical setup becomes irrelevant. But here's what makes this approach genuinely clever. United aren't just hoofing it aimlessly. This is calculated directness. Amorim has been clear about it. The long balls are intentional, designed specifically to exploit the spaces behind aggressive defensive lines. Against Liverpool, it was a premeditated strategy. Against Brighton today, it worked again. The Seagulls came into this match having won 6 of their last 7 Premier League meetings with United, riding high on confidence and expecting to control the game. Instead, they got blitzed. The breakthrough came in the 24th minute, and it was worth the wait for Matheus Cunha. The Brazilian forward, who joined from Wolves for £62.5 million in the summer, had been searching for his first United goal for weeks. 16 games without scoring, the pressure mounting, the doubts growing. But when Casemiro found him unmarked on the edge of the box, Cunha didn't hesitate. He maneuvered the ball onto his stronger foot and unleashed an absolute rocket from 20 yards out, curling it beautifully into the bottom corner past Bart Verbruggen.
Casemiro, Cunha into the corner. Matheus Cunha's first goal.
Old Trafford erupted. Relief, joy, vindication, all in one moment. 10 minutes later, Casemiro doubled the lead with a deflected strike that took a wicked turn off Brighton's Yassine Ayari, completely wrong-footing the keeper. The directness was paying dividends. Brighton looked shell-shocked, unable to cope with United's refusal to play the proper way. Then came Bryan Mbeumo's masterclass. The Cameroonian winger, who cost United £71 million from Brentford in July, has been one of the revelations of this early season. He scored the winner at Anfield last week just 1 minute in, and today he was at it again. In the 61st minute, Benjamin Sesko turned brilliantly and fed Mbeumo on the edge of the box. The finish was clinical, cutting inside and drilling a low shot through a defender's legs and into the bottom right corner. 3-0. Game over, or so it seemed. Brighton fought back with late goals from Danny Welbeck's sensational free kick and Charalampos Kostoulis' header, making it 3-2 and suddenly very nervy at Old Trafford. But Mbeumo wasn't done. In the 7th minute of stoppage time, he latched onto Diogo Dalot's through ball and smashed it off the crossbar and in. His second goal, United's 4th. 3 points secured, 3 wins in a row for the first time under Amorim. 4th place in the table, temporarily at least. The direct approach, the evil game plan, is delivering results when it matters most. But here's where it gets interesting. This isn't just about long balls and chaos. What people are missing while they're busy criticizing the directness is that Manchester United are also improving their control of games. Slowly, gradually, but noticeably. This isn't the same panicked, disjointed United we saw earlier in the season. There's structure now. There's discipline. The direct approach is just one weapon in the arsenal, and Amorim knows it. I was the first one to say that we need to play better with the ball," Amorim admitted after the Liverpool win. "I can evaluate my team, and I am really clear that we should play better with the ball. We are going to try to do that." He's not blind to the limitations of pure directness. He understands that to compete with the very best, United will need to add layers to their game. The ability to control possession when needed, the composure to slow things down and dictate tempo, the patience to break down deep blocks, and we're seeing those improvements emerge. Against Brighton, there were moments where United didn't just launch it long, they built carefully, circulated the ball, created chances through sustained possession. Bruno Fernandes, playing in his 300th appearance for the club, was instrumental in linking play and providing that creative spark. The team is learning when to be direct and when to be patient. That's the evolution happening right before our eyes. What makes this approach so effective right now is the personnel United have to execute it. Matheus Cunha is the perfect forward for this system. He's not a traditional target man who needs crosses pumped into the box. Instead, he's intelligent in his movement, capable of dropping deep, carrying the ball into dangerous areas, and finishing from distance. That stunning goal against Brighton, his first for the club, was the perfect example of what he brings. He can receive the ball in tight spaces, create something from nothing, and punish teams who give him even a yard of room. Bryan Mbeumo, meanwhile, is proving to be an absolute revelation. When United paid £71 million for him in the summer, there were questions. Was he worth that much? Could he step up from Brentford to a club with title ambitions? Today, he answered emphatically. 2 goals, constant threat, and the kind of direct running that terrorizes defenders. Against Brighton specifically, he now has 6 goal involvements in his career, 6 goals and assists that have come in his last few starts against them. He knows how to hurt the Seagulls, and he did it again. The chemistry between Mbeumo, Cunha, and Benjamin Sesko is starting to click. Sesko's clever turn and pass for Mbeumo's first goal was sublime. These aren't just individuals playing alongside each other, they're developing genuine understanding and patterns. That takes time, and United are building it week by week. Defensively, United are becoming more solid too. Yes, they conceded 2 late goals against Brighton, but compare that to earlier in the season when they were shipping goals left and right. The defensive organization is improving. The back 3 of Lenny Yoro, Matthijs de Ligt, and Luke Shaw is gaining cohesion. They're learning to defend as a unit, understanding when to step up and when to drop off. It's not perfect yet, but it's progress, and that's the key word here, progress. This Manchester United team is a work in progress, and Amorim has been refreshingly honest about it. He knows they're not the finished article. He knows there are still massive improvements needed, but what he's created is a system that gets results while the team continues to develop. The direct approach buys them time. It gives them a foundation to build from. It makes them difficult to play against even when they're not at their best. Looking ahead, the future is genuinely exciting. If United can maintain this momentum heading into November, if they can continue improving their control and possession while keeping that directness as a weapon, they could be very dangerous. We're talking about a team that finished 15th last season, struggled in the Europa League final, and looked absolutely lost for large parts of this campaign. Now they're 4th in the table with 3 straight wins and real belief coursing through the squad. The criticism will continue. Purists will keep complaining about the long balls. Analysts will question whether this is sustainable. Rival fans will mock the lack of proper football, but Amorim doesn't care. "I don't care what Slot is saying, what people are saying about our team," he stated bluntly. He's focused on results, on progress, on building something that can compete. This evil game plan, this direct, aggressive, uncompromising approach is just the beginning. United are learning to control games, adding sophistication to their play, and most importantly, they're winning. 3 matches in a row, more to come. The evil era at Old Trafford isn't just working, it's only getting started.